Are you looking for change, not seeing it, and deciding that that means nothing's changing? If so, this story is for you. This is feedback from a client I had a couple years ago. I shared the first half of her story in the last video where she worked on anxiety and fear and the outcomes of that. But I want to talk about her second session that she had with me because her results took longer. And I want to explain why that might have happened, but why she ultimately did get what she wanted, and how you can use that information to help things along a little faster for you, but also trust the process that you are changing even if you don't see it. So I'll just read what she said. The second session I had on my weight, whereby I wanted to lose my belly and a few pounds, has also come to fruition. It didn't happen for about a year after our session, but I continued to listen to the recording, sometimes even after the 21 days. Sometime between the fall of 2024 and now, I have lost 28 pounds, not by trying in any way. As a matter of fact, I didn't even have time for my exercise routine during that time. I have been checked out medically for possible other reasons for the loss, but all bloods and tests are coming back good and I feel good. I can only attribute the loss to the hypnotherapy again. It is great to have a flat belly again. I want to let you know that you have a real gift for what you do, and I really appreciate having found you for the help I needed. Sincere thanks. So she had her first session for a different issue that worked wonders, immediate results, was so excited about it. She came back and she kind of expected the same results for the second session. She would just have one session and the weight would melt away. Why was it different? Sometimes with certain issues that we have, there is more than one root belief. There is more than one program, so to speak, subconsciously running that is influencing and impacting and creating the problem. So weight is actually a really big one for having multiple root causes because there's multiple symptoms. There's, lack of motivation to go to the gym, struggling with overeating, and just the body itself holding on to weight, the metabolism, the hormones. There's all sorts of things happening that could be causing this issue, and there could be more than one thing impacting it. So if I recall correctly with her session, it was actually what came up in the session as a really significant limiting belief was this idea that as we age, we just gain weight, that's just how it has to be. Now, she wasn't in her 30s or 40s or 50s or 60s, so she was aging and feeling like I must gain weight. That's what happened to my mother and my aunt, and everyone got a belly, and that's just what's going to happen to me. And there were significant moments, and this wasn't a major, dramatic, extremely painful history, but it really embedded and stuck with her. But since we didn't do another session, this was before I did create my 3-month transformation program, so we just did one single session and kind of left it at that, we didn't get to address any other potential root causes, which is not how I would handle it now. I would definitely be making sure we address all possible root causes and see where our sessions lead us to make sure that you get your results. So it's hard to say what other root beliefs might have been under the surface, but here's the thing. She continued to listen to the hypnosis recording I gave her. So every session you have with me, you will get a custom hypnosis recording that I create after your session. That's just affirmations and visualizations for you, specifically based on your issue and what you want your outcomes to be. So she continued to listen to that well after the recommended 3 or 4 weeks. And what that did was that continued to impress her subconscious mind. So even though she had other limiting beliefs that we don't know what they were because we didn't have a second session or a third session, even though those beliefs were there, she still continued to repeat the new story deeply to herself through this hypnosis. So the beliefs that were strong, that were continuing to hold on to the weight, eventually were counteracted, right? Like with repetition, things change. It is undeniable. The more we practice something internally, the more embedded it becomes, the more natural it becomes, the more automatic and true it becomes for us. So the repetition is important because the other story the other subconscious story that was continuing to hold on to the weight for whatever reason was running. And so as she's telling this new story through listening to this new hypnosis audio that's saying, no, this is how it is, the two stories that are opposing, one eventually has to conquer the other or be stronger than the other and be the dominant story. So over time, the new story became more powerful and the old story fell away. This is why I say that you don't have to understand the limiting beliefs that are at the root of a problem, but it is so powerful to understand them because you can make way faster change when you know what they are, because you see them, you say, old story, out of the way, I've identified you, I released you, now this is the new story. But in her case, we only got part of it out of the way, and then she continued listening to the affirmations so that she just continued to embed the new story, the new story, the new story, and the old story had no option but to eventually fall away. So even in that year time where she wasn't seeing change, her subconscious mind was shifting. Her belief systems were shifting. And with that repetition over time, the shift became permanent and visible and exactly what she wanted. And notice too, importantly, she kept going. She continued listening to the recording. She didn't say, I'm not seeing results, this didn't work, I give up. She actually, when she let go a little bit, and I know this might be a frustrating thing to hear, just hear me out here. When she stopped looking for the change, where's the weight loss? It's not happening. I need to see the weight loss. Give me the weight loss. When she just kind of stopped trying to control and micromanage it and like do her exercise every single day and really like be in control of this. And she just let her subconscious do the shifting it needed to do. And she carried on with her life without fixating on the problem. That's when she saw really big results, just kind of effortlessly flow. So there is a level of let go and let flow, right? So that is how our subconscious mind works best. It doesn't like to be micromanaged. It likes direction, but it doesn't like to be constantly nitpicked and are you doing it? Are you doing it? Hey, subconscious mind, like just a reminder, like, are you doing it? I can't see it. Like, I'm not sure this is working. Because you're giving it all these mixed signals. So when you just say, okay, I'm trusting the process, it is unfolding, I can do this. This may be taking longer than I necessarily wanted it to, but it is happening. I trust that my subconscious mind can do this and things are working out. And you just kind of let go and let flow. That's when massive change can take place. So the 3 key takeaways from this is your issues may have more than one root cause. This is why I would recommend doing more than one hypnotherapy session for an issue. I do a 3-month transformation program that is 3 2-hour hypnotherapy sessions, 3 coaching calls, 3 hypnosis recordings. And I recommend that for whatever issue you're coming to me with, but also it's not uncommon that after the first or second session, the main issue is resolved. And then the third session can be used for something else. And people are always happy to work on a different problem. They're moving forward. They're changing more things. But if it takes 3 sessions to work through one problem, that's not bad. That doesn't mean that there's anything wrong with you. It just means that it's a complex issue with more than one root cause. Secondly, repetition. Your subconscious mind is always listening, so feed it the vision, the story, the truth that you want to be true. Tell it what you want to be true. Affirm it, visualize it. In hypnosis, extra powerful, because that is when you're really going to impress it without contradiction. Your conscious mind isn't going to be saying, no, that's not true. No, that's not true. You're just letting that information in. I am lighter. The weight is falling off. My belly is so flat. I feel so confident. All of that is just, okay, this is who I am. This is who I am. And with repetition, you will see that this is who you are. And the third thing is just hands off a little bit. Trust that that is enough to change your experience. So let go and flow. Don't have to micromanage or try to force anything. That is enough. The repetition, the subconscious work, that is enough to make massive change. I can't stress it enough. So if you'd like some help making change and the 3-month transformation program sounds like something you're interested in, just book a consultation to chat with me. It's complimentary. We'll just make sure that we're on the same page, see if it's a good fit, and then we can take it from there. Or if you just want a little extra boost with that subconscious repetition, I do have my hypnosis audios all on sale right now on my website. So you can take a peek at those and see if any of those are what you're looking for. I have one on anxiety, self-love, self-confidence, and manifesting your dream life. So you can take a peek at those. Otherwise, I am wishing you all the very best. Take care.